House prices across Australia are set to rise by up to 5% by the end of the year amid interest rate rises and cost of living pressures on homeowners. Proptrack is forecasting a 2 to 5% rise after a 2.3% rise over the first half of the year. This is based on predictions that rate hikes are nearing their peak. So let's bring it up for you. Prices set to rise 3 to 6% across capital cities. It's very fine print there, isn't there? The strongest growth expected in Perth, Sydney, Adelaide and Brisbane. I certainly can't read that. Joining us live now is Proptrack's Director of Economic Research, Kusher. Cameron, good to see you. Yeah, I've got to squint at the best of times, mate. So break it down for us. The capital cities, why the house prices are going so well or expected to go so well, despite all of these cost of living pressures, despite these rate rises that are supposed to make it harder for us to pay back our mortgages.
That's been the real head scratcher, Pete. As you can see, your audience may have been able to see, we were expecting prices to fall 7 to 10% this year, and a lot of other people were expecting falls as well, but that hasn't come to fruition. Our view on why that hasn't happened is that the rate of interest rate hikes has been slower this year. We've also had a huge amount of migration into the country, driving more demand for housing. But the big ones have been that basically since January, there's been this rebound in sales activity. It was almost like people came back from the break over Christmas and said, okay, let's just get on with things again and start transacting property. And until recently, the other big one has been that there's been very few new properties coming to the market. So people haven't exactly been spoiled for choice. And we were expecting a stronger new listing environment that would give people more choice and more scope to negotiate a cheaper price. But that didn't occur, and as a result, prices have risen. And as you said, they're already up more than 2% this year. So we basically just think that the momentum we've seen already is likely to continue till the end of the year.
Okay, so are you expecting those listings to increase at all, or is this just about it for now as we're continuing to see these numbers, not just Sydney, Melbourne and Brisbane, but are you expecting listings to change, or as I said, is that about it?
The last couple of months, we have seen some evidence that the number of new properties coming to the market started to increase. And if we look back historically, we know that through spring, you do get a lot more properties onto the market. Talking to real estate agents out there, that is the expectation again this year. So more properties on the market will probably slow that rate of growth. And that's why we're saying that the second half of the year could actually be a little bit slower in terms of price growth than what we saw over the first half. Mainly because there is the possibility that there will be more stock on the market, more choice,
Gotcha.
and people won't have that fear of missing out that they maybe have had over the first 6 months.
Okay, Cameron, good to have you with us. We'll talk to you again soon.